Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and this is kind of a surprise haul for me. I had a few things on order the last time I had done my faves and flops of March, and actually a few drugstore things just caught my eye and I thought I would talk about them. And I have two palette dupes that I'm really enjoying. So let's start it off with, oh, these are cute. These are nail files. On the back you can just, it's nail files. Aren't they cute? Absolutely adorable. I found those in the Ocean State JOAH, which is one of those train wreck kind of warehouse stores, for $1 each. Now I've been looking for this for a while. I finally found it. CVS has reset a lot of their Milani displays. This is the Soft Focus Glow. This comes in two shades. This is the light shade and there is a darker shade as well. And it's a beautiful skin enhancer. It's got a pump and you put it on under your makeup and it just gives you a very healthy looking skin. It's not really tinted. I can't really tell any difference at all with the light shade here. But it gives you a nice healthy glow, like you've been working out or you've been glistening in the sun or something. But when you put your makeup over the top of this, it really helps give you a more hydrated look and a nicer look, especially if you have dry skin like me, old and wrinkled. Okay, so this is Milani Glow. Very, very lightly scented, but not a heavy scent like a lot of these things are nowadays. I am really pleased with these, and I know that number 7 has a new foundation out, a hydrating foundation, and I watched Nisha, you know, Puff and Fluff. Oh my god, I always get her name wrong. Oh my god. Well, it's Nisha anyway, and she just did a demo using the new hydrating foundation from number 7, which isn't available yet in the US. But I was putzing around the number 7 area, and these are drops. They're much like those Cover FX drops that you add them to moisturizer, and you can make your own kind of custom foundations. You have to be careful because some moisturizers and some primers don't work well with these. It's a tiny little jar here. It's got a rock in it or something, and when you shake it up, I have used it with both of these. And they're both from, one's from Wet n Wild and one is from NYX. These are the two primers I have used it with. And what you do is you put a little bit of primer out on your hand, and then this is the Angel Veil, which is kind of like the Hourglass Mineral Veil, or Veil Mineral. And then you just take this and squeeze out a couple of drops into, 4 drops is a full coverage foundation. You can take it straight on. I used it straight on with a buffing brush. This gives you a beautiful skin-like coverage. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous foundation alternative. So you can control the amount of dryness or oiliness or whatever you have in your foundation by using it with your favorite primer. So you could use an oil control primer with this and you'll have an oil control foundation. I use a hydrating primer with this, and it's a beautiful hydrating formula. I did have to set this with powder, but it did not go into the lines. It did not exaggerate the pores. This color is Cool Vanilla. And I've set up a medium light with neutral to warm undertones. So I really like this, and it came in an assortment of shades. So I'm really glad that I took the plunge and tried that. Now this caught my eye, and I love the idea of this. This is a color correcting drops, and you can see that there's a white, a golden, a brownish red, and a blue. And it comes with this little tray, and I put a drop of each in there, and you also get a little mixing spatula. So I think what I'm going to do is show you just a plain old foundation. And I'll show you what each color does to it so you can get an idea of what this stuff does. So, now the first color is a blue, so I'm just going to work that in, and this is a very light Now you can see it gave it kind of a darker and a more neutral gray tone. And I'm going to use the golden one next. Just going to stick a little of that in there and swirl it around. A little goes a long way. So that gave it more of a redder tone and darkened it. And this is the yellow. I'm just going to mix it in there. And this is good if you've got something that's too pinky neutral and you want to go a little bit warm tone. There you go. You can go warm tone with it. And this last one is a white, and it's supposed to lighten up your foundation. So we'll see what happens there. And it lightened it right up. So I think all of these are very, very effective in compensating for getting the wrong shade, and I think that's a wonderful thing. I also have a lightening and darkening drops from Ulta. They have their own house brand of the lightening and darkening drops, and I think that's a wonderful thing. I think these two sets of correctors complement each other well, and this was not expensive at all. It was really cheap. I think I found this in Walgreens of all places, so definitely worth checking out. Don't be afraid of things like this blue or this dark orange, because you can do really nice things with it. I would think also too you can maybe use this, yeah, turn your foundation into a blush. What a mess I am making here. Okay, Wet n Wild came out with a new line. It's a series. This is the Makeup Locker series of makeup. And the idea behind this is that everything is conveniently, it's easy to carry with you. You can take it with you camping, running, on a boat. You know, it's a very interesting concept, and the first thing that I picked out was the foundation slash concealer slash highlighter combo. It took me a while to figure out how to open this up, but it's very difficult to open up. But you pull on this ribbon and you've got a color correcting under eye concealer and a light, I'm just going to do this for you here. So you can see how orangey light peach that is. Let me get closer. And so this is the top. And this is a fairly light shade. This is light, number 174. And so you've got a highlighting shade, which is a very light, very neutral. You could just put the highlighter, I've got it on now. It just gives you a healthy looking glow. This under eye concealer is very orange, and it actually darkens underneath my eyes. My eyes is they're just a little bit too light skinned, I think, for this. This is more for a medium to light, but the foundation is very light. I mean, look at the difference in the foundation. Now this is a very, very sheer foundation. You're not going to get a lot of coverage. It's a sheer light coverage. It really is almost like a tinted moisturizer. It is not going to do anything for you as far as covering imperfections or discoloration or rosacea or anything like that. I initially liked it, and then I looked close. It grabs onto any dry patches, it exaggerates pores, and it wears down really fast. And how I know this is I wore this to work one day, and in the morning I ran into the bathroom because I had like 6 cups of coffee in the morning, and of course gravity takes hold. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, my chin was bright red, and all around my nose was all red and polka dots. So this definitely did not make it, and you know, I've had good luck with previous Wet n Wild foundations, so this is not the same formula as their Photo Focus foundation, which I did like. So if you have dry skin, a lot of pores, a lot of discoloration, this is not for you. So unfortunately it was a fail. Now they have a whole bunch of these little, they look like tiny little deodorants for a series of things. This is the primer, and you pull off the top, and then there's a little nibby here. and then you turn it up just like a deodorant, and you get a very dimethicone feeling sort of primer. Now every time I tried to use this, it pilled up on me, and it feels a lot like the e.l.f. Putty primer. It feels like that, but it doesn't act like that. It wasn't bad. It was okay as a primer. I don't think there's a lot of product in here, and now the secret to this is you have to roll it back down and put the cap back on to protect it, and then you can put the outer cap on. So they had a whole series of these with blushes and bronzers and different skin tones, so you could carry these in. And what's kind of cute is you can buy this contraption. It really just looks like a little toilet paper roll, and you take, this one is a blush. You click it in there on that side, and then this one, this is a lighter blush. You click it on the other side. So you could actually have a bronzer, a blush, or you can take it off and you could put your primer and your blush, or your primer and your concealer. So, I mean, I like the idea of this, this little contraption that looks like a toilet paper roll. This looks, it's around $1.99, I think $2 for this. And then these are probably $4 or $5 each. So you can carry that and swap them out and carry them. I think it's really cute. You don't need to get this centerpiece for this. You don't need to get the centerpiece because they each come with their own cap. You just have to remember you can't have them turned all the way up when you put the cap on, or you can have a little problem with that. So let me just swatch this for you. And this is the blush color in Healthy Glow, it's called. And I am just going to show you there what it looks like. It's actually a little bit shiny for me. Let me just see if I can put it on. And it didn't last very long, and it did wear off very quickly. It wore off very quickly. When I put powder over the top, I couldn't see it anymore. So it's very weak. It disappears quickly and initially looks kind of nice. And I like the idea of it. I think it's a very good concept, but it's just not working. And maybe, you know, younger people like little kids would like something like this. I don't know. The primer wasn't bad. This is the bronzer, and let me just show you that. And it's not a bad bronzer. I mean, it's something that's supposed to give you a little bit of healthy glow. I think out of everything, the primer and the bronzer were the two things I would personally buy. But they didn't really last, and I think that that's really big if they don't last. This also did not play well with my moisturizer, but I don't know if that's my moisturizer's fault or not. So this whole system of using this and the little things to click on either side is kind of cute. It's a nice idea, but in practice it just didn't work, unfortunately. I was looking in Walgreens and I saw this, and I haven't seen it in years. Years ago, I think it was 2013, 2014, I was using this NYX Taupe blush, and it's actually the perfect contour shade. It is a lot like Kevyn Aucoin's medium sculpting powder. And it's a beautiful shade. It's not too golden, so you can use it to contour and give the illusion of dimension to your face. Really, really nice. I found it in Walgreens. So it's down at the very bottom, like way out of your eye line site. They always like to have the new stuff at your eye line, but yeah, I really like this, and I'd forgotten about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Taupe is still being made. I didn't think it was even being made anymore because it's so old. And it was buy two, get one free right now at Walgreens, so I did get the, this is a NYX blush in Intuition. It's a little bit shiny for me. I'm not sure I really like it. It's got a little bit too much of a shine to it, and I don't like to be too glowy. I think being too glowy is, it just exaggerates all the problems with my skin. So it's a pretty color, but I wish it was a little more matte, I think. Now I had talked about these before because they had nail polishes and they've teamed them up with matching lipsticks. You can get these in Target right now. Let me see if I've got a few here. I do. I have these 3 nail polishes and I have 3 lipsticks. Now this purpley one might look like it would scare you, but it's actually a very pretty kind of a pinky color when you put it on. It's more of a pinky color, and it's much more, if you have a pretty spring blouse on or whatever, it really looks nice with it. And I had, for the first day of spring, I wore a blouse that had a lot of pink flowers in it, and I wore this with the lip, and it was really quite pretty. So don't be afraid of something that looks purple, because it doesn't always translate that way on your lips. I was a little disappointed in this color. This is the, it's called The Best. It's a very bright coral, but it's kind of an orangey red, and it's a strong cream lipstick. Some people can wear this. I have problems with it. It looks too severe on me, so this probably will be going back. I bought this to go with this. It was paired with this, so and this is The Best nail polish, but they don't really match each other. They're just kind of in the same color family. The nail polish is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, but the lipstick's a little strong. And then this is the pretty pink one. I have this on now. This is called Stand Tall. Very, very pretty. And then this is the Checkmate nail polish, which I really liked, and I did get the plain, I think it's Daydreamer lipstick to go with that. So that's kind of a plain, everyday nude kind of thing. So those Inspire and Defy and Inspire is the name of the series. They have an end cap, and it has a lipstick and a matching nail polish next to it, but don't play by the rules. Pick the lipstick you like and pick the nail polish you like, because this is Stand Tall, and I think this is one of my favorite nail polish shades. In CVS, I had thought they had discontinued this because one of the CVS's I frequent no longer carries the JOAH line. That's the Korean beauty makeup line. They're getting a lot of funky brands in CVS. I think they're going a little ahead of themselves. I happen to be in a new CVS in a different town, and this is the Wat-a-Matte, and I know that I loved, I think it was called Moi, what's the name of the color? And I really liked it, and I saw a new display of them, so I thought I would try it. And this one is called Cupcake, and it's a very loud pink. I didn't like this at all on. It looks very, very fake on. I don't know why. For some reason it doesn't look nice at all. So it's going back, unfortunately. Packaging is so pretty, and it's probably around $6 or so. I think that the JOAH, some of the other colors are very nice. I just happened to pick the wrong one, and it looks terrible on me. I had forgotten to talk about this, and I know I brought it up last year or the year before. 7-Eleven got their own makeup line, and it's called Simply Me. And it really is for people who are traveling or whatever, and they want to rush in and grab a quick lipstick or a mascara, or maybe they're at a funeral or a wedding and they lost their makeup or something happened. This is one of the prettiest lipsticks ever, and I think it's about $5. It's called Rouge is the color, and it's the Simply Me brand. You get it in the 7-Eleven convenience store. And this is a beautiful, beautiful shade. I think this would look pretty on almost everybody. It's just gorgeous. It kind of takes the place of your lipstick and your lip gloss. And that is Rouge, the shade, and I think they have 3 or 4 different shades. They have a dark wine color, they have a bright orange orangey red color, which I didn't like, and then they have this one, which is Rouge, and I believe the bottom pops off too. Well, maybe not. Okay, well, that is the Simply Me from 7-Eleven.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, guy. Okay. Jeffree Star brushes. You know, the more I go through this, the more angry I get about these. I'm really, really angry about the quality problems, about the strange size and shape of them, and how they were so overhyped, and now he hasn't said a word about them since. But when they were being introduced, I mean, you would have thought they were the best things in sliced bread, but they are not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I did enjoy this for the distribution of product.
Subscribe.
Thank you, Bugman. And I liked this one for putting on highlighter and for powdering underneath my eyes when I put concealer on. But these other brushes, well, you can see they're all like little cotton balls on the end of the thing, and they're supposed to be eye brushes. It's just so inconvenient. Now the spoolie's not bad, and the little eyeliner, and I know I talked about these in the ads, and I actually am going to be giving these away. So I don't want to keep any of them, and it just makes me feel bad when I see them because I feel so duped. That was so hyped. And, you know, I kind of like the case, and the fact that it is a Jeffree Star endorsed product made me think, okay, but, so I'm very excited. I'm going to be at IMATS in New York City on April 13th, which is a Saturday. I'll probably be there early in the morning, standing in that long snaky line. It's just really good. I hope it's not raining. And this time I'm going to do it smarter. I'm going to look at my map beforehand, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to buy and which booths I'm going to go to first, because by the time it gets to be 10 or 11 in the morning, all the booths have like hour and 2-hour waiting lines, so I just don't want to deal with that. So if any of you are going, let me know, and I will be there in line at IMATS New York City, and that's in the pier, and there are still tickets available, and I don't know if they still have this, but they were $20 off on the tickets. The tickets are normally $65, and they are on sale for $45. I don't know how much longer they're going to have that, but it's just general admission. I don't get any of the special stuff. So hopefully if you're going, say hello. I'm friendly, I don't bite. Alright, I have a couple of dupe palettes. I'm very, very excited. This one I picked up in Burlington Coat Factory for like $4. This C-Color palette is pretty much an exact dupe for Soft Glam by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is, I can't tell them apart, and I believe Soft Glam won one of my mid-year favorites of the summer or something. I really liked it a lot. So this is a beautiful dupe. If you're living in an area where you have Burlington, they used to be Burlington Coat Factories, now they're just Burlington. They do have a makeup section, and they carry C-Color is the name of the brand, and they do a lot of really high quality dupes, and this is the dupe for Soft Glam, and it is amazing, and it was $3.99 or $4.99, I forget, but it was outrageously low price. You can also go to the C-Color website and order palettes from there. I did order this one. This is the Born to Run dupe, the Urban Decay Born to Run dupe. This is from C-Color, and this is called Around the World. And it is pretty much shade for shade an exact dupe of Born to Run. And the quality is very, very nice. I think even better if you use like NYX glitter glue for some of the shimmery shades. You can really pull some beautiful colors out of that. I'm so pleased. I'm really preferring to use dupes now. I'm on a big budget. Ask the Bugman, I'm on a big budget. And I'm really pleased that I can find something that's as high quality as the palettes in the luxury brands, and yet they are drugstore prices or less, so I'm a pretty happy girl. Mana Kadar, she is a, I believe she's a fashion model. She has a website with some makeup on it, and she's been discontinuing and turning over a lot of her product. I love her mascara. There was a dual-ended mascara that she had that was fabulous. But this, again, from Burlington Coat Factory, this is a face palette that has a contour, a blush, a highlight, and a bronzer, and then it has some matte shades, your basic lid shade, your basic crease shade, your basic corner shade, and then 3 shimmery shades. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I'm really liking this palette a lot, and it's very, very useful. It's got a mirror on one side. It's kind of a fake snakeskin kind of feeling to it. Really, really nice. I think this is a great, great little palette. I think I got it at Burlington Coat Factory. This one was like $3.99 or $4.99. So, oh my gosh. This is Metal Matte, also from C Color. And you will see beautiful colors. You've got your light shade, your darker shades. You've got some nice metallics up here. Really, really pretty kind of holographic shades in some cases. So I'm just enjoying buying these cheapy little palettes. They're just so much fun. I did get a, this is the BYS Nudes palette. I think I got that in the TJ Maxx or whatever. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for Naked One from Urban Decay. Not so good, not so good. The shades went on kind of patchy. They wore off very quickly. In the middle of the day, I look at my eyes and I'm like, where did the eyeshadow go? So these were very disappointing, although initially I thought they were going to be a great deal. So that was the BYS palette, the Nude 3. And it's supposed to be a dupe for the Urban Decay palette. I picked this up on my own, and I'm on their affiliate list. And I paid my cash money for this one in Target because I thought it reminded me a little of that new palette with all the bright colors in it that's so popular right now. These purples are stunning on. They're just so pretty. And you can line with them, you can put them on the edge of your eyes. They also have some neutrals. They have those pretty greens that I used on St. Patty's Day. They've got kind of a nice assortment of shimmers here and neutrals. Really, really good pigmentation. You can do an awful lot with them, and I'm really enjoying this palette a lot. This is the Wanderlust palette from Profusion. And in the Target that I go to, they have a Profusion section, and they have, this is one of the palettes they have there. Profusion to me makes probably some of the best brow products I've ever used, and a lot of their eyeshadow palettes are outstanding. So this is one of them, Wanderlust. They run $10 or under, so they definitely are worth checking out. So that's pretty much it for right now. Again, I'm going to be at IMATS on April 13th, so lucky 13, so maybe you'll run into me. It'll be fun. It's a big convention for makeup people, and I'm not sure if I'm going to drive there or take the train. I haven't decided yet, but I did buy my ticket and now I have to go. I missed it last year and I had bought a ticket and everything and we couldn't go. So anyway, I hope all of you are having a wonderful week. Happy spring and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.